What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, supporting the channel, subscribing, liking. I appreciate every single one of you out there for doing that. In today's video, we're going to take my parents for a ride in the Hellcat. So now that I've officially passed 1,500 miles, I've been going a little crazy on this car, I'm not gonna lie. But then again, how can you not? I mean, you have 717 horsepower, which is more than I've ever had in my life. So I gotta take advantage of that. My parents have actually never really driven in any Hellcat. The only Challenger they were ever in was my Scat Pack. And then we went for a short little drive when I first picked up this car. And you guys saw that video that I posted weeks ago where they saw the car for the first time. I definitely took them for a little bit of a ride. I didn't go crazy. Like I said, at that time, I only had just a little bit over 500 miles. So I definitely did not push it all the way to the floor. But today is finally the day that we get to take them on a ride along and see their initial reaction. Now, they're no strangers to fast or quick vehicles. They've driven in a lot of fast cars. My dad has had large V8s in the past, and he still does at the moment. And so he's definitely used to a very quick acceleration. So I'm curious to see what his reaction is going to be driving in a Hellcat that has 0 to 60 somewhere around 3.5 seconds. My personal best so far at the elevation here is around 4.4 seconds. And so I want to see what he's going to do. Now, my mom, on the other hand, she drives pretty quick. I'm not going to lie, but I don't know exactly how she's going to react being a passenger in a very quick car. Usually she's the driver. So it'll be very interesting. I want to see their reactions. It may be a very disappointing video because maybe their reaction is kind of boring, but I have a feeling that when you're in this car, your reaction is priceless every single time. So I have really high hopes for today's video. Hopefully we can get those. And I want you guys to join along for the adventure. You might buckle up maybe.
Okay, first time I'm riding.
First time in a Hellcat.
In the Hellcat. Yep.
I'm gonna turn on track mode.
Okay. And it has different sport mode, track mode, custom mode, right?
And auto.
Auto.
And I've got the red key, so I've got 717 horsepower.
Oh, wow.
Notice it from 30 to 60 or 30 to above. 0 to 60, it's hard to tell.
Right.
But when you're already have traction and you're going from here, you know, you notice it.
It's really crazy.
Yeah.
It's much more powerful than Scat Pack.
Yeah. I definitely think, especially at this speed, it launches.
It's noticeable. Yeah, it's no question about it. Yeah.
Do you want to drive it?
Impressive. No.
Next time, maybe.
Next time. Wow. Yeah, it's the first time I'm in such a powerful car, and it's impressive. When you accelerate whole way down on your pedal, is it chances it can take you on the side or something?
It's, even though it's in track mode, it says the traction control is off. It's still, the traction control still works, yeah. So I think there is a way to turn it off totally, but you don't want to do that.
I see.
But no, I was doing some runs over here, and it kept it straight. It never let it go sideways.
I see. I remember we had competition with my car.
Yeah.
And Scat Pack a little bit looked like lost.
Yeah. It was hard because somebody pulled out in front.
Yeah, no question. But this one seems to be much more powerful than again, but I'm quite sure I will lose it. Seems to me in the hot weather it will have more grip on the asphalt,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
it will be even much faster.
Yeah, it's hard right now to get grip.
Of course. It has to have a good grip to accelerate. Oh my god, it's funny.
That's insane.
It is insane. Oh, crazy.
It's like 0 to 30, it's still kind of starting.
Yeah.
And then it shoots you back like crazy.
Yeah, it's really crazy. Even from 0 to 30.
Yeah.
Crazy fast.
If it had all-wheel drive, it would be a rocket.
Oh yeah.
And then track mode, this transmission shifts harder too, so it's definitely more performance in track mode.
Yep. It's truly fun to ride. I would imagine it's fun to drive too.
I think you should drive it.
Well, maybe later, after a while.
Okay. So you're gonna try to speed up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And see your reaction.
Okay.
I'll be careful, don't worry.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes. Oh my gosh. 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 Scary.
Yeah.
Oh, I was pressed back. Oh my gosh. Very powerful.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
Especially
I didn't expect that.
from like 30 miles an hour to 60 once the tires have contact.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. I didn't expect that.
Yeah. It is very, very powerful.
Wow. Wow. You can try more if you want to.
Oh, you like it? There's something called speed limits, and I have to follow.
I know. I'm bad example. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's very powerful. It's so light going.
Yeah.
You don't feel. I mean, yes, I'm
Yeah.
getting pressed, but I don't feel that it's like a plane.
It's not struggling.
No,
Yeah.
it's not like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The difference I think with my last car was it would get to those speeds, but you could tell it was at its limit of power. Whereas here, you don't know what the limit is. It could go 200 miles an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. And car is going so light.
Yeah.
It's like flying.
Yeah. It's like an airplane, is what
Yeah,
Dad said.
that's what I said. And I just said it.
You said airplane?
Yeah, I said like you were in the plane.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
You want to drive it?
Oh no, probably not. Okay, that's really nice. I love this car. It's great.
You sure you don't want to drive it?
No, better not risk it.
Get a speeding ticket.
Yes.
And what's nice about the wide body is it actually handles better on curves too.
Right. And it's wider, right?
It's wider,
than,
yeah.
Than you. And you know what? I don't feel like I'm usually in a sports car. You feel like you're in a capsule.
Yeah.
I don't feel I'm in a car.
Yeah. It's very spacious.
It's crazy. I love it. It's great. And it's changing gears
Yeah.
this way.
In track mode, you notice it much harder. It
Right,
shifts a
I
lot harder.
felt, yeah.
In auto mode, it's also quieter. So listen to the difference.
Yeah.
Easy one
It's like a
quieter.
regular car.
Yeah. There's a police officer here, so.
Oh my gosh.
But I was going fine. horsepower, but my transmission isn't as hard, and then the suspension's softer, so it doesn't feel like it's as hard. So, yeah, and then there's another option here where you can, you know how you see in the movies where they burn the rear tires?
Yes.
So that's for racing, because you want the rear tires to be warm so that you have better
Oh,
acceleration.
I see. I didn't know that.
So there's an option here where we'll actually brake the front, it'll turn the brakes on the front, and so
And
you
it's
can
turn-
actually do it
oh,
without
oh.
having to do it yourself.
Your previous car didn't have.
No. It had launch control, which helps you accelerate quicker, but it didn't have any of these. And this also has a race cool down, so if it gets really hot, it'll help use the air conditioning to cool down the engine. So it's meant for racing.
Yeah. That's great.
Well, there you have it, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I sure did. I absolutely loved my parents' reaction to the car. It was everything I was hoping for, and well, they topped my expectations. So my dad was definitely super excited to be in the car and feel the power, but he's definitely more used to high performance cars like this. My mom, on the other hand, you know, she has an SUV, and even though it's more of a high performance SUV, you know, it's a sport SUV, she still never really felt this type of power. And so her reaction for me was even more priceless than my dad, because she was really shocked about the power of this car. I mean, she wanted me to go even faster, and I obviously couldn't because there's speed limits and everything, but I love the way she reacted to the car. And both of them really, I mean, they absolutely love the Hellcat, and you know, they tell me that it's definitely a good decision to go from the Scat Pack to the Hellcat because it is a noticeable difference. And to me, you know, I point out that difference between 30 and up miles per hour, and for them, they were even saying, you know, 0 to 30, it's noticeably faster in this car than it is in the Scat Pack. And so, you know, there's a third-party opinion for you. Obviously, they love the Hellcat, and I don't know how they couldn't. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's reaction video. Hopefully, it was everything you wanted to see in a reaction. And now you got to see a perspective from someone who's never driven in a Hellcat, or two people who have never driven in a Hellcat. So that was definitely fun to see. Like always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, hit that notification bell, because that way you guys get to stay on top of all of the new uploads and all of the new Hellcat news. And like I always promise, there's always new videos coming out, so you guys can stay on top of all the coolest things that I do to this car. If you haven't already, give me a follow on Instagram at Schwazy_, where I try to post some really cool photos of this hell-raising Hellcat. As always, thank you so much for watching. Stay Schwazy, stay healthy, and have a wonderful day.